Ontario, home to bustling Toronto, world-class universities, breathtaking lakes, and a real estate market that has long been the envy of Canada. But for years now, the story of Ontario housing has been one of skyrocketing prices and bidding wars. When most people think of buying a home here, they picture cramped condos selling for $500,000 or detached houses that seem forever out of reach. But what if we told you there are still places in Ontario where the housing market hasn't gone completely wild? Cities and towns where you can still find detached homes for under $400,000, or cozy starter homes that cost less than a Toronto parking space. Places with good schools, strong communities, and a quality of life that doesn't require breaking the bank. In this video, we're taking you through Ontario cities where house prices are so low, you'll think it's a lie. We'll explore what makes each city stand out, what kind of homes you can actually buy, and why these overlooked markets might just be the smartest investment opportunities left in the province. 1. Sault Ste. Marie, the northern powerhouse. Our first stop is Sault Ste. Marie, a city that sits proudly on the St. Mary's River, right along the U.S. border with Michigan. Known to locals simply as the Soo, this city combines affordability, natural beauty, and a solid job market, a rare trio in Ontario today. Here's the shocker: the average home price in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Marie still hovers around the mid-$300,000, and it's not hard to find listings under $300,000 for single-family homes. For comparison, that's less than half the price of the provincial average and barely a fraction of what you'd pay in Toronto or Ottawa. What's even better is the quality of life. The Soo offers breathtaking views of Lake Superior, year-round outdoor recreation, and a growing economy anchored by healthcare, education, and renewable energy. The city is also undergoing steady revitalization, with new developments, local businesses, and community initiatives transforming its downtown core. For those craving a balance between affordability and opportunity, Marie is more than just a bargain. It's a comeback story in progress. 2. North Bay, the gateway to the north. Next on our list is North Bay, a city that blends small-town living with modern convenience. Tucked between Lake Nipissing and Trout Lake, North Bay is surrounded by water, trails, and wilderness. But it's also a regional hub for education, healthcare, and aviation. Housing here remains remarkably affordable. The average home price often sits around $400,000, and it's common to find charming three-bedroom bungalows or townhouses below that number. Compared to the million-dollar averages of southern Ontario, North Bay feels like another world, one where homeownership is still possible without decades of debt. North Bay's lifestyle is another major draw. You get access to gorgeous beaches, boating, skiing, and a downtown that's steadily modernizing while keeping its cozy northern charm. For young families, retirees, or remote workers, North Bay is proof that Ontario still has places where you can live well without paying big city prices. 3. Sudbury, mining roots, modern growth. Moving west, we arrive in Sudbury, one of Ontario's largest northern cities and a place often underestimated when it comes to real estate value. While known historically for its nickel mines, Sudbury has reinvented itself as a regional powerhouse for healthcare, education, and technology. The average home price in Sudbury hovers around $430,000, with many family homes still listing under $400,000. That's an incredible figure when you consider that Sudbury is a fully developed city with shopping centers, entertainment venues, universities, and all the amenities you'd expect in a major urban area. What sets Sudbury apart is its landscape. More than 300 lakes are scattered within the city limits, offering residents endless outdoor recreation. Whether it's kayaking, fishing, or hiking, nature is always just minutes away. Combine that with a stable job market and affordable housing, and you get one of the best value cities in all of Ontario. 4. Timmins, affordability in the true north. Heading deeper into northern Ontario, we find Timmins, a city that has long been one of the province's most affordable real estate markets. With average home prices often below $350,000, Timmins remains a dream for those seeking budget-friendly living. Here, you can still buy a spacious detached home for what a small condo would cost in Toronto. The city's affordability extends beyond housing too. Groceries, transportation, and utilities all tend to cost less, creating one of the lowest overall costs of living in Ontario. Timmins also offers a close-knit community and a rugged, outdoorsy lifestyle. It's a hub for mining, forestry, and renewable energy, but it's also becoming a quiet favorite for remote workers who want more space and lower expenses without leaving the province. If you can handle colder winters and love the outdoors, Timmins gives you true freedom from Ontario's housing madness. 5. Cornwall, Riverside, living without the big price tag. Now let's head east to Cornwall, a city located on the banks of the St. Lawrence River near the Quebec border. Once an industrial town, Cornwall has been steadily reinventing itself into a modern, family-friendly community, and its housing prices are astonishingly low. The average home price in Cornwall is around $400,000, but it's not uncommon to see detached homes under $350,000 or even $300,000. For buyers priced out of Ottawa or Montreal, Cornwall is an attractive middle ground. You're close to major cities, but living at a fraction of the cost. Cornwall's riverfront trails, parks, and marina create a laid-back, scenic atmosphere, while local schools and healthcare services make it ideal for families. The city also benefits from steady infrastructure investment, ensuring that its affordability won't last forever. If you're looking for a hidden gem in Eastern Ontario, Cornwall might be the best-kept secret left on the map. 6. Windsor, Ontario's underrated border city. Few cities in Ontario have as much untapped potential as Windsor. Located directly across the river from Detroit, Windsor combines urban energy with some of the lowest home prices in southern Ontario. Despite its proximity to major US and Canadian markets, Windsor's average home price remains in the low to mid $500,000, with plenty of options well below that. Compared to Toronto's average, which has hovered around $1.1 million, Windsor feels like a bargain. The city has diversified its economy beyond automotive manufacturing, expanding into healthcare, education, and tech. It also offers riverfront parks, historic neighborhoods, and quick access to the US border, making it attractive for both families and professionals. With housing still affordable and development on the rise, Windsor is quietly positioning itself as one of the smartest value buys in southern Ontario. 7. Thunder Bay, big views, small prices. If you're looking for breathtaking scenery without the crushing price tag, Thunder Bay might just be Ontario's most pleasant surprise. Perched dramatically on the shores of Lake Superior, this northern city offers a rare blend of rugged natural beauty, affordability, and lifestyle quality that feels almost too good to be real. The first thing you notice when you arrive in Thunder Bay is how open everything feels. The air is cleaner, the streets are quieter, and the horizon stretches endlessly toward the water and forests. Here, you don't have to choose between owning a home and living close to nature, you get both. The average home price in Thunder Bay sits around $400,000, which is astonishing when you realize that detached homes often sell for less than the cost of a downtown Toronto condo. You can still find charming single-family houses, bungalows, and even lakefront properties for under $350,000, offering the kind of space and independence that has become almost mythical in southern Ontario. Backyards, driveways, and privacy aren't luxuries here. They're standard. The overall cost of living is significantly lower, from groceries to gas to local taxes, allowing residents to focus on living comfortably rather than constantly keeping up with rising expenses. What makes Thunder Bay truly special, though, is how it blends affordability with adventure. The city sits surrounded by some of Canada's most spectacular wilderness. Towering cliffs, pristine forests, and the vast expanse of Lake Superior create an outdoor playground that's hard to match anywhere else in the province. Residents enjoy hiking, kayaking, skiing, snowmobiling, and fishing just minutes from their front doors. Landmarks like Sleeping Giant Provincial Park and Kakabeka Falls attract travelers from around the world. Yet, for locals, they're part of everyday life. Whether it's watching the sun set over the lake or taking a drive through the scenic countryside, Thunder Bay offers a slower, more grounded rhythm that appeals to anyone craving simplicity and space. Culturally, Thunder Bay is far from isolated. Over the past decade, the city has cultivated an emerging arts and culinary scene, with local galleries, microbreweries, and farm-to-table restaurants giving the community a fresh identity. Downtown areas have been revitalized with festivals, live music, and outdoor markets that celebrate both local heritage and modern creativity. There's also a strong sense of community. People know their neighbors, support local businesses, and take pride in the city's northern charm. Economically, Thunder Bay is quietly thriving. The region's stability is anchored by sectors like education, healthcare, transportation, and trade. Institutions such as Lakehead University and the Thunder Bay Regional Health Sciences Center not only provide employment but also attract students and professionals from across Canada. Ongoing investments in shipping, renewable energy, and technology are positioning the city for sustainable growth in the years ahead. For those willing to look beyond Ontario's southern corridor, Thunder Bay offers a lifestyle that's nearly impossible to find elsewhere. Affordable homes, abundant nature, and a genuine sense of peace. It's a place where you can buy a house, raise a family, and still have time and money to enjoy life. While big city buyers chase overpriced condos and cramped townhouses, Thunder Bay quietly stands as proof that Ontario still has places where the dream of homeownership is not only alive but thriving. 8. Chatham, Kent, southwestern Ontario's best-kept secret. Tucked between Windsor and London, Chatham, Kent stands out as one of the most affordable and most underrated places to live in all of southern Ontario. Despite its enviable location near major economic corridors, the region has somehow managed to preserve prices that feel like they belong to another era. The average home price sits in the low $400,000, with plenty of listings that regularly dip below $350,000, a number that's nearly impossible to find anywhere else in this part of the province. From detached brick homes on quiet suburban streets to century-old farmhouses surrounded by open fields, Chatham, Kent offers an astonishing range of options for first-time buyers, families, and retirees who want space, character, and value. What makes Chatham, Kent so appealing is its perfect blend of affordability and accessibility. Located right along Highway 401, the region is just over an hour from London, about an hour from Windsor, and within a few hours' drive of Toronto or Detroit. That means you get the rare privilege of enjoying a slower-paced lifestyle without sacrificing the convenience of big city proximity. You can live in a peaceful lakeside neighborhood or a charming rural town, yet still commute to larger urban centers when needed. The cost of living, from groceries to gas to property taxes, remains well below the provincial average, allowing residents to actually enjoy the income they earn instead of watching it all disappear into housing costs. But there's much more to Chatham, Kent than low prices. The region has a rich heritage and community spirit that's immediately felt when you arrive. Its downtowns, particularly in Chatham and Wallaceburg, feature historic brick architecture, locally owned cafes, boutique shops, and a sense of friendliness that feels rare in today's housing-driven world. Along the waterfront, lakeside communities like Ario, Mitchell's Bay, and Rondeau bring out the best of Ontario's natural beauty: sandy beaches, fishing spots, marinas, and endless summer sunsets. Many residents say they chose Chatham, Kent not just for what it costs, but for what it offers: space, safety, and genuine quality of life. Economically, Chatham, Kent is more diverse than most people realize. Agriculture, manufacturing, and tourism are its backbone industries, supporting a stable job market that's growing as new companies set up shop in the region. Green energy projects and agri-tech startups have also begun to take root, signaling long-term potential. For investors and homeowners alike, that combination of affordability and growth creates a rare opportunity, a chance to get in before the rest of Ontario catches on. In many ways, Chatham, Kent represents the definition of comfortable, attainable living. It's where you can own a home with a backyard, walk your dog along the river, or drive 10 minutes to the lake, all without taking on massive debt. With its strategic location, welcoming communities, and undeniable value, it's no wonder more people are quietly making the move here. For anyone looking to escape Ontario's overheated markets without giving up convenience or charm, Chatham, Kent might just be the province's best-kept secret. 9. Belleville, affordable gateway between Toronto and Ottawa. Located halfway between Toronto and Ottawa, Belleville stands out as one of Ontario's most well-balanced cities, combining small-town charm, urban convenience, and affordability in a way that's becoming increasingly rare. This city has quietly evolved into a strategic hub for those who want access to both major markets without committing to their overwhelming costs or congestion. Belleville's position along the Highway 401 corridor makes it a natural choice for professionals who commute or operate businesses tied to either region. And the fact that you can still buy a family home for a fraction of Toronto's price makes it even more appealing. Despite its ideal location and steady population growth, the average home price remains around $550,000, a figure that feels almost unbelievable when you compare it to nearby urban centers. Detached homes and bungalows in quiet neighborhoods can still be found in the $500,000 range, while townhomes and smaller properties often dip below that threshold. For those looking to invest, rental demand has been increasing due to Belleville's expanding manufacturing base, new healthcare facilities, and educational institutions like Loyalist College, all of which draw young professionals and students to the area. Beyond affordability, Belleville offers a lifestyle that feels genuinely balanced. The city's beautiful waterfront along the Bay of Quinte has become a signature attraction, a place where residents can enjoy kayaking, sailing, or simply relaxing along the boardwalk on a warm summer evening. Downtown Belleville has undergone major revitalization, with restored heritage buildings now hosting cafes, restaurants, and boutiques that give the area a modern yet timeless feel. You'll also find festivals, farmers markets, and community events year-round, all contributing to the city's growing reputation as a friendly and welcoming place to live. Add to that Belleville's proximity to Prince Edward County, one of Ontario's top destinations for wineries, beaches, and weekend getaways. And it's clear why more homebuyers are setting their sights here. The region is also benefiting from ongoing infrastructure improvements and improved transit options, making travel to Toronto, Kingston, or Ottawa smoother than ever before. In short, Belleville is at that perfect crossroads between opportunity and affordability. It's not just a city to pass through, it's a place to settle, invest, and build a future. With the way the market is moving, it's only a matter of time before Belleville's real estate prices start catching up to its growing demand. So for now, it remains one of Ontario's most underrated and potentially most rewarding housing markets. 10. Peterborough, a hidden gem on the edge of the GTA. Our final stop takes us to Peterborough, often called the gateway to cottage country. Nestled just outside the Greater Toronto Area, this charming city offers a balance few places can match. Close enough to Toronto for an easy weekend visit, yet far enough to escape the chaos and high prices of the big city. Over the past few years, Peterborough has quietly transformed from a sleepy regional hub into one of Southern Ontario's most talked-about housing markets. It still retains its small-town charm, with tree-lined streets, family-run shops, and a close-knit community feel. But it's also evolving fast, thanks to new infrastructure, growing job opportunities, and an influx of buyers priced out of the GTA. When it comes to real estate, Peterborough delivers serious value. The average home price sits around the mid-$600,000, which might sound steep compared to Northern Ontario, but for Southern Ontario standards, especially being just a couple of hours from downtown Toronto, it's an absolute bargain. You can still find starter homes, modern condos, or cozy townhouses in the $500,000 to $550,000 range, giving first-time buyers and young families a genuine shot at homeownership without diving into the seven-figure madness of the GTA. Even larger detached homes with backyards, something that's nearly impossible to find affordably closer to Toronto, can still be had here for under $700,000 if you know where to look. But what truly sets Peterborough apart is its lifestyle. The city sits on the Otonabee River and is surrounded by countless lakes, trails, and green spaces, offering that classic cottage country experience without the long drive. In summer, the waterfront is alive with kayaks, live music, and open-air markets, while in winter, the community transforms into a postcard-perfect, snowy retreat. Add in Trent University, a strong local arts scene, and a growing number of Toronto-based professionals working remotely from here, and you have a city that's not just affordable, it's vibrant, livable, and full of opportunity. Peterborough has become a haven for commuters, young professionals, and families seeking both space and value. It's one of those rare places where you can actually build a life, not just buy a property. With planned transportation improvements and steady population growth, many analysts believe Peterborough's market will continue to rise. But for now, it still stands as one of Ontario's best-kept secrets. If you've ever dreamed of owning a home near Toronto without paying Toronto prices, Peterborough might just be your best shot. The affordable Ontario still exists. As we've seen, Ontario isn't just about million-dollar listings and bidding wars. Beneath the headlines, there are still communities where homeownership is possible, where you can live comfortably, raise a family, or retire without financial stress. From the northern beauty of Sault Ste. Marie and Thunder Bay to the riverside calm of Cornwall and Chatham, Kent, these cities remind us that Ontario's housing story isn't just about prices soaring out of control. There's another side, the affordable side, where life still feels balanced, and the dream of owning a home remains alive. The key is knowing where to look. And as more Canadians work remotely and search for better quality of life, these overlooked cities might just become the next wave of opportunity. If you enjoyed this look at Ontario's most affordable housing markets, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss our next deep dive into Canada's hidden real estate gems. Because sometimes the best places to live aren't the ones on everyone's radar. They're the ones that surprise you with prices so low you'll think it's a lie.